Well, what is your stance on investing? Next, I'd like to discuss a few of your selections. Yes, I was firing on all cylinders when the year started. I anticipated a front loaded year, with equities rising at least 15 to 20% and perhaps even as much as 30. I moderated a lot of my enthusiasm by the end of July. Look, got some cracks in the rally, I say to myself. Many bears shifted from extremely bearish to neutral, and a few even became optimistic. That was essentially a warning sign for me to start searching for a retreat. That 5 down, 5% line is the first place to go in each robust bull market. If you're a bull, you say, look, we're down 5%. The drop in many of the strongest bull markets ends at 5%. When you were down 5 at the conclusion of last week, you had to be extremely alert. Tesla has had a difficult few weeks, and the stock price has been trending downward for the most part. Thankfully, the value of Tesla's stock has increased recently and is rising back into the positives. Anyone who has been following the top automaker lately shouldn't be surprised by the recent spike in Tesla's stock price. We think that Tesla and its investors will have a very successful season ahead of them for the remainder of the year because of the company's notable efforts to increase car production and its recent release of some fairly fascinating updates. The topic of today's video will be these fascinating updates for Tesla, its investors, and anybody else who intends to purchase Tesla stock in the near or distant future. This update, which could potentially change the game for Tesla, brings to life some very significant facets of the company's operations. We hope it won't be too late for Tesla bears to see the scope of this endeavor before they do. We're talking about Tesla, which saw a significant 10% increase in trading yesterday before giving back a little portion of those gains today. Currently up more than 120% for the year. Kevin, as we spoke about on the broadcast, this company's foundation was the major upgrade that Morgan Stanley announced yesterday. However, you're now beginning to reach a point when, among other things, price reductions and margins come up and you begin to discuss the core aspects of this industry. And as you may recall, the Morgan Stanley analyst spoke endlessly about the Dojo supercomputer's AI potential in the future. Yes, of all the things you read about Tesla, I don't remember Dojo Supercrew being right at the tip of everyone's. I believe he released some estimates regarding the potential implications for their company, correct? Their capacity to get faster and better at full self-driving. Furthermore, it's worth noting that someone mentioned Tesla's $10 trillion market capitalization. Yes, and as I'd frequently mention on the show, it has always been the pipeline. As you may know, the question is, what does Elon Musk have planned? Not even a Cybertruck robotaxi has arrived yet. I always say this, but there are a lot of things that could grow our business. I mean, it's difficult to comprehend. Following an upgrade from Morgan Stanley, Tesla recently surged to its highest share price in over a month, highlighting non-vehicle revenue that might support the automaker's more than $1 trillion market value. This occurred after analysts at Morgan Stanley, under the direction of Adam Jonas, raised their price target for the electric vehicle shares from $250 to $400 and upgraded their rating from hold to buy. Morgan Stanley has been a devoted supporter of Tesla and has also made several noteworthy remarks regarding the automaker, continually emphasizing both the company's excellent and bad elements. It's interesting to note that this company has grown even more enthusiastic about Tesla, and this time it goes beyond the vehicles. Hey everyone, happy to be back at Tesla tomorrow. Morgan Stanley has consistently highlighted Tesla's potential for long-term development. The company is aware of the automaker's lofty objectives for energy storage, battery technology, and vehicle production. Additionally, Tesla's dominance in the EV industry and its potential for international growth are lauded. Morgan Stanley notes that Tesla has continuously shown itself to be a strong participant in the automotive market, despite the fact that it continues to highlight conditions and worries about escalating competition and the possibility that EV supplies could soon surpass demand. Before we continue, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. Morgan Stanley upgraded due mostly to its confidence regarding Tesla's Dojo supercomputer, which Jonas predicted might increase the company's enterprise value by as much as $500 billion. Keep in mind that Tesla is currently valued at over $800 billion on the market. With its artificial intelligence technological network, which is primarily intended to train self-driving cars using data from video captured from the cars, Tesla can go far beyond simply selling cars at a fixed price and become a major player in the lucrative software as a service market, according to Morgan Stanley analyst Dojo. Tesla recently revealed that production of its Dojo supercomputer, which is expected to advance the company's self-driving efforts, will begin in July. With the help of the specially designed supercomputer, Tesla should be able to train neural nets with video data more effectively, which is expected to improve the computer vision technology that underpins its autonomous driving efforts. The carmaker now possesses one of the most potent huge NVIDIA GPU-based supercomputers in the world, but the new Dojo unique computer utilizes semiconductors and a full infrastructure created by Tesla. Additionally, this latest endeavor for Tesla has a lot of untapped potential, which Morgan Stanley appears to be beginning to recognize. In 2021, Tesla debuted the Dojo supercomputer during its AI Day. Tesla just had its first chip and training tiles at the time, and the automaker was still stepping up its efforts. It was still working on constructing a whole Dojo cabinet and cluster. Tesla revealed significant advancements on Dojo a year later during the same AI Day, including a fully functional system tray. The manufacturer had stated at the time that it will have a complete cluster by the first quarter of 2023, but this plan never materialized as the year's first quarter passed with no word of Dojo going live. It's interesting to note that Tesla finally announced the start of the supercomputer's manufacture on Dojo via its Tesla I Twitter account after a long absence. Since Tesla created the Dojo supercomputer from the ground up with a pure machine learning focus, it is not backwards compatible with any already available products. It was created specifically to fuel the upcoming wave of AI-powered technology. With the help of Dojo, Tesla should be able to fully utilize its enormous library of actual driving situations, which has been building up over years thanks to millions of cars. This will not only be Tesla's path to complete autonomy, but it will also present a huge potential for future income growth. Automobiles, FSD licenses, superchargers, robots, energy, insurance, and even robo-taxes will all generate revenue for Tesla. Tesla is beginning to have an impact on the insurance industry already, but according to a recent research, Tesla may upend the insurance sector in the same way that has upended the global auto business with its innovative use of sophisticated telematics and risk assignment. Tesla is providing its own insurance in a few U.S. states at notably cheaper costs than the competitors, whilst many traditional insurance firms are boosting rates for Tesla car owners or declining to cover Tesla cars altogether. Based in part on consumer comments that their insurance premiums for their Teslas were significantly higher than for a regular automobile, Tesla entered the insurance industry in 2019. It has remained dedicated to providing the best insurance services for its cars ever since. No mobile app or third-party telematics device is as complete as the sensors and software found in Tesla vehicles, even if rival insurance firms like Progressive and State Farm use them to estimate insurance risk. According to the most recent report on Tesla's insurance division, the company's success in the insurance sector could encourage other